Gemini, how are y'all doing today? How is the weekend going for you guys? I hope everything's going very, very well for you. I am here for the reading for Gemini for the next 28 to 31 days. And um, this reading is going to focus on the energy of the month, as well as the type of energy that you will be encompassing and transforming into. And then, of course, there will be advice that will be useful in reaching that goal. So, without further ado, I do use the tarot, but a lot of the things that I get are empathic. I mean, empathic, but I can receive messages through dreams, through various different modes. Oh, look at that, the crocodile came out. So, I feel like you guys are intently gazing at something. I'll just skip the usual spiel. With this, it's the crocodile. It sits and waits for whatever it needs. When it's food, whether it's food, whether it's a location that it wants to that it wants to take over, or that it wants to live in. The crocodile, when it wants something, it gets it. So, most times, anyways. But uh, it puts a lot of energy into its intent, and that's what I feel like you guys, like you Geminis, are doing. So let's see what else comes out, and then we'll go into the book. I'll also go ahead and go with what I received for you guys just shortly after the meeting. So, okay, so mouse energy. I want to read. I want to read to you guys what I got uh, while I was waking up from a dream the day before yesterday. So, Gemini, as I was waking up, your sign crossed my mind, and as that happened, I got quite a bit of information. Not just for your sign, but all air signs overall. First thing I saw was the closing of a book, maybe the end of a certain chapter in life. I didn't sense either happiness or sadness in this event. However, Gemini, you appear to be ready for it. So, new beginnings, you're ready for it. You're going for it. And, I know some people who this message resonated with. So, it might not resonate with all of you guys, but it'll definitely resonate with some. Now, also, what I saw was someone taking off a mask or revealing something. So, if this resonates, you have been in such a situation where maybe things have not been spoken about, and there will be a time. Water signs were all about what will be said, while air signs will be all about uh, the transformation of the mind to a new train of thinking, or um, the increasing of your awareness so that you kind of begin to see what these different things in life were about, and you begin to see the pattern. Another thing I got when I went about my day was a lock opening, and well, it could be a certain pieces of information have been eluding you up until this point, but this information, once you receive it, it would unlock that lock. But more importantly, though, the lock was opening, so this is good news for you, and I feel that it would be good for you moving forward. As the idea floated around, I was illuminated to the fact that higher conscious energy is flowing through you this month, and both Mercury and Chiron will tell us more information about this. So I'm going to be throwing a little bit of astrology into this. Well, I wouldn't say a little bit. I'm going to be throwing quite a bit of astrology in here and helping you guys understand the energy that's going to be encompassing you guys this month. Now, uh, I do have that feeling that you guys are going through some significant changes, and these changes could be due these could be in the area of self worth. Maybe building it, uh, or maybe having to prove yourself to people. But in either case, you are looking at the different uh, portions of your life and maybe focusing, not so much ready to pounce on something, but just focusing and observing something. So, and with the mouse, I do feel like you feel some sense of nervousness to it, and I do feel like maybe you feel like this is one of those situations that has like a lot of anxiety behind it. Uh, maybe maybe this crocodile is representing somebody, and you feel like a mouse. Who knows? But let's see. The two things that I received was unlock your mind and download. These are two phrases that came through, so I don't know what kind of significance they hold, but let's see. Now, with crocodile, let's see. As the first of the water animals, right? Yeah. Resting, submerging, collecting energy, cooling off. The crocodile reminds us to step back from the external world and turn inward. Now is not the time for decisions, action, or discussion. The crocodile's mantra is wait. This doesn't mean lying around hoping life's challenges will disappear. The crocodile is much smarter than that. It means intentionally withdrawing, gathering your awareness, observing, and building energy. Fill up the vital reserves so your next move comes from a place of wisdom and power. That's actually very powerful. Um, this is asking for you to observe the situation, right? But it's asking you for much, much more than that. What it's asking for you is to step back from the situation that you've been dealing with, maybe a situation that's been making you quite nervous, and a situation that's making you fearful of making the next move. But all this nervous energy is just burning up your energy reserves. So what the crocodile is asking is that you kind of sit back for a second, rest, and of course, um, when you bring this energy into balance, it'll be a wise, patient type of energy, and you'll be considered a powerhouse. So um, when this energy is out of balance, you might feel stuck, and you might lash out at people. So, and this is that nervous energy that can make you lash out at others. When it comes to air signs, the this kind of lashing out will usually be verbal, but it could kind of have a sense of like physical lash out too, yelling and things like that. So, that's the energy of the crocodile. Moving on to Earth, we will see the energy of the mouse. Alright, the mouse energy is detail oriented, small minded, nitpicky, and nervous. The mouse has an innate desire to tend to the details. It often spends its days fixing, preparing, organizing, and scrutinizing. Unfortunately, a mouse personality doesn't notice when they've gone too far. They begin to have a limited and fearful vision of life and try to control every detail. This can be quite painful experience for both the mouse and those around them. When mouse energy is at play, step back for a moment. It may be time to find a more purposeful project to delve into, and one that's worthy of your exacting eye. Now, when we talk about exacting eye, this actually, sits on the same message as the crocodile, and it's pretty awesome to think that it's time to sit back is the message from the mouse, and this is kind of the same message as the crocodile. So you're being asked to kind of sit back and wait for the wheel of destiny to turn. Now, to bring it into balance, though, if you really must use this energy, engage yourself into a purposeful project. Do something that will help further whatever plans you have, not just up in here, but what's in here too. And when this energy is in balance, you'll be organized and resourceful and prepared. But when it's out of balance, you just kind of busy yourself with nothing that's really important, nothing that'll like really kind of push you forward. So uh, this is actually powerful. What's happening is that the universe is asking you to step back and just kind of sit there and try to understand what's going on around you in the form of uh, destiny at play and the wheel of fate turning in your favor. Now, it's pretty nice that you guys have force energy because uh, the mouse is a silent powerhouse, or I believe the mouse is a silent powerhouse, right? Um, no, it's the crocodile that's the size of powerhouse. And you know what? Horsepower, right? That's what comes to mind right now. Horsepower. I feel like you guys are going to be getting into a space where you guys will have a very, very high amount of horsepower. But for now, you guys need to rest. You guys need to cool that engine off before it overheats and before you guys close yourself off to the various opportunities that you have going at play and going on around you guys and in your vicinity, your near future, all of that. So we're gonna. Ooh, okay. So automatically, the King of Wands coming out this is a time where you're going to need to be assertive. This is a time where you're going to need to be enthusiastic. The way that you put yourself out is um, the way that you put yourself out is going to be very important to uh, a lot of different people around you. And the fact that there is the little lizard right there, it's saying, wait, I don't know if you guys can see it, but see that little lizard right there? That little lizard right there is about the small details of certain projects. It is said that the lizard will stare into the sun to regain its vision. I don't know how true that is, but I do know that in terms of the figurative sense, the lizard is just a small creature, but it has the capability to do big things. So, or to give big surprises. Nothing is more surprising than mice when it comes to like procreation, right? Ooh, excuse me. But what's important is that this card fell sideways. So, one turn in the clockwise position would have been right side up. I'm just going to go ahead and put it like sideways like this because I think there might be certain aspects of this where there's like a positive and a negative balance to it. Now, I feel like um, I feel like you guys need to develop a little bit of courage, a little bit of strength, maybe develop a little bit of passion within you. I believe that sitting back, resting, and kind of looking for a purposeful project to delve into would be something that would help you to turn this energy from sometimes down, sometimes up, to constantly up energy. Now, there's times where we can go into a new situation, a new life, a new way of doing things, and we might not have the motivation that we thought we were going to have. But let's see what else comes out, and let's see what else the universe can tell us for Gemini for the next 28 to 31 days. Okay, so with the appearance of the Hangman, this is a period of waiting, right? Now, this period of waiting, it's not one of those periods where you're not supposed to do anything. It's one of those periods where you're supposed to sit and wait and rest, submerge yourself in water, possibly, or submerge yourself into an area where you can cool off. But this is a period of waiting, regardless of whether you want it to be or not, with the appearance of the hangman. And usually this period is meant for you to kind of put yourself into a different perspective, throw yourself into a different way of doing things or of thinking of things so that you can see, the various different ways that you can do things and not have to be so nervous about it, not be so nervous about your decisions and about what it is that you do. Now, 12 might be important. So when it comes to this energy that's going on, I would like to look at Sagittarius or Jupiter in that case. Let's see. Jupiter is in his sign right now, so he's helping to expand everything, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, because because I have my Jupiter in Aquarius and Uranus in Saturn. Okay, yeah. So anybody who has Jupiter in Sagittarius, you guys have big changes in your relationships. This could be a relationship, but I don't feel it's a relationship. I don't feel like this is the dynamics of a relationship. But let's see what uh, source will tell us about what's going on here for you guys for the month of September. Okay, I feel like maybe some of you guys may be feeling like you guys may be losing something. Maybe this is what's got the King of Wands in the sideways, right? But regardless of whatever it is that you guys may feel, you guys are losing. I feel like I feel like you guys are losing something, and maybe this got you nervous. Maybe you had a feeling that you may be losing something, but everything that you need is right behind you. There's a support group right behind you that has your back. You guys don't have to worry so much about what's going on. You guys don't have to worry about so much about uh, your next steps because the universe has your back. Now, I do feel like when it comes to a support team, being able to delegate various different responsibilities to people, you have those people nearby. Um, this tells me right here that you got the little support group who you can count on to help you do the work that's ahead. Now, I do feel like with the Three of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles, this could be something having to deal with money situation, but I don't want to say that until I draw the next card and clarify a lot of this energy. This is very interesting energy. The Hangman, he puts himself upside down so that he can see things from a different perspective, and this allows him to make better choices. Now, I do feel like maybe when it comes to the Five of Pentacles, maybe you guys made a wrong choice. Maybe you guys are regretting certain choices. I do feel like some of you guys have seen this building perhaps where you can get help. I do feel like maybe this card in some kind of instance is sort of like uh, somebody who was tossed by the wayside, but they see a place where they can get the help that they want, and I feel like they just have to summon up the strength within them. I feel like to certain things in life they have the enthusiasm for it, and for other things, uh, you guys don't have the enthusiasm for it. But let's see what's going on. Let's draw some more cards. Ooh. So the Ten of Swords in the reverse is telling me that whatever situation you guys are experiencing is not going to come to an end yet, and I start repeating myself right here, right now, with the Hangman in the reverse because uh, and the Ten of Swords in the reverse. I mean, the Hangman in the upright and the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Now, okay, so whatever's got you down and out right now, this has something to do with the give and take of different situations in your life. I do feel like you guys have been giving more than you guys have been taking, and in a sense, you guys are not one to care about physical or material possessions or even resources, currency, stuff like that. But you guys may have been giving a little bit too much of yourselves, and that the natural sense to communicate with people, to network, I feel like that's being tested or at play here. Now, I do feel like maybe you guys are sitting and waiting because maybe you guys were taking more than you were giving, and maybe this energy has got you a little bit nervous. It's got you a little bit nitpicky. Maybe you've been taking care of some of the details, Gemini, that loose ends that you were trying to tie up, perhaps. And I mean, either way, like you guys are looking at the give and take. It hasn't been equal. It's been imbalanced, and that's kind of what's got you down and out a little bit. But regardless, you know, I do feel that as you guys sit and wait, you guys will enter into a period where you guys will become less defensive. You guys will start to let go. Um, I feel like you guys will uh, have a lot of good with being able to step back and observe your life, to observe everything that's going on, observe all the little portions, all the little details like the mouse will normally do, and make sure that everything that you're doing is there to try to further you, uh, not just further your objectives, but also to further you in your social standing and everything, right? Because right now, everything that you're doing in terms of how you nurture various different relationships, and whether you do it in a big way or not, it's all being tested, and you gain a lot of. I mean, there might be a lot of questioning what it is that you value in your life, and what it is that you value is certainly uh, what it is that you may want to take care of. You know, you have a lot of planets in your fourth house right now, so you guys may be thinking about uh, family a lot more. You guys may be thinking about what you may have to do for family, how to express yourself to family. The Virgo energy is that detailed energy, and me myself, if I had to attribute anything uh, to Virgo in terms of the animal cards, I would probably say it's the mouse because it's detail oriented, it's Earth, and um, it likes to take care of everything on the ground level, so to speak. Now, everything that you guys have going on within the certain transformations that are going on in your life, they're all meant to help build you. So I feel like these situations that are going on in your life right now that haven't ended are meant to put you on a different level vibrationally so that you guys can move on to the next stage in your life. Yeah, see, regardless of whatever it is that you guys have lost, I feel like you guys know about this support group that you have nearby you. And I do feel that you do know that to some degree, this sitting back and observing things is necessary because look at you got two cards which are always good signs when they come up in the reverse. You got the Nine of Wands in the reverse for the Hangman, so you're less defensive about going into this hermit mode. Um, I mean, not this hermit mode, but like into this space of viewing things from a different perspective. And I do feel that you do know that to some extent that this is your way out, uh, and focusing on your support group because you have the Eight of Wands going diagonally right here between the Hangman in the upright and the Three of Pentacles in the upright. So I do feel that to some extent you're well aware of your support group. And if you guys resonate with this video, you guys will certainly be nodding your heads right now, possibly even saying yes. Ooh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Another great card to have in the reverse. I feel like you do know that. I mean, I'm just repeating myself. The Nine of Swords coming up under the Three of Pentacles is basically saying you know that your support team will help you get over these things that have kept you up at night. Uh, certainly, certainly you guys have been defensive in the past. Maybe you guys got hurt. Maybe you guys uh, had felt a sense of loss, but you guys realized that you guys had a support group behind you, and now you guys may be looking at the future. Maybe this is what's in your gaze. Maybe you're looking at the future. Maybe you're looking at new opportunities to pounce on. Right now, your energy is just not quite there yet. It's not going to be. Uh, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's not going to be right now. You guys have to sit and wait and rest up, recoup, because if you guys don't have anything to give, how are you guys going to give it, right? Because I know you guys got some important stuff to give to the world, but um, your sense of completion, your sense of accomplishments and stuff like that, it's gonna be a little bit, it's gonna be a little bit of a lag. But regardless, I do feel like you guys are going to be encompassing that enthusiastic energy with the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck, and at the same time, uh, I do feel like whatever it is that you guys have to move away from, which may be a certain degree of telling yourself that you can't is going to be, or maybe it has to be connected to this period uh, sitting and waiting. I do feel like whatever it is that you guys have lost, you guys aren't really focused so much on it. You guys are focused more on moving on. You guys are more focused on this new beginning. And I know this will resonate with a lot of different people who I know are Geminis and who are going through various different things in their lives. I do feel like to some degree, Gemini's, you kind of share the same message as air and water in the sense that you guys have looked at the details, you guys have seen or observed the various different things that were going on last month, and this is what you guys are going to be doing this month. But you guys are probably going to be saying what needs to be said as well, and you guys are going to be speaking out on whatever it is that hasn't been balanced. I don't feel like you guys are going to be too aggressive. I feel like you guys are going to come in with this horse energy right here. You guys are going to come regal. You guys are going to come, uh, not. You guys are going to be coming in humbled, and you guys are going to be coming in with an energy where it's not meant to fight, but it's meant to get over this situation, let these things happen. Let the tower fall, so to speak, because this kind of seems like a tower moment, but I feel like this is already past, and you guys are in a sense taking this energy, assimilating it into yourself, and uh, seeing the brighter prospect of it. Seeing what you have in the future, seeing what you have to look forward to, and being a little bit nervous, but still being excited for this. Like I said, it's not anything that has to do with happiness or sadness. I feel like this is the end of a certain cycle in your life where you have to learn to assimilate certain things into your life or into your existence, into your consciousness, and you have to have this download that's coming for all air signs because, um, there's downloads coming for all signs, but it's all coming in differently for each sign. Each sign is being opened up in a different way. Each sign has a new, different beginning, and for air signs, it's a new transformation of the mind. It's a new transformation of getting over fear, right? So for you, you guys share that same message, but I do feel like you guys are resting, or should be resting and gathering up your energy because you guys are going to be a silent powerhouse coming in here to the month of September, and you guys will need to rest up and conserve your energy before you guys can go ahead and blow everybody away, so to speak. You know, before you're ready to pounce. So let's see. What energy are you guys going to be encompassing going forward, or what kind of energy do you guys need to be encompassing? Look at a lot of the signs have been getting the frog. Like I said, everybody's going through some kind of transformation, some kind of cleansing, some kind of healing. Um, Gemini, you are no different. I feel like the universe is helping us to cleanse of negative energy so that we can move forward in a space of confidence, in a space where we don't have to worry so much about what the future holds for us because we'll have that thought in the back of our minds that everything happens for a reason, everything goes on for a purpose, and whatever that purpose is, we might not know what it might be at that moment, but once we enter this period of rejuvenation and healing, we look back into the past and we think, um, wow, we think that uh, the universe was guiding me in that kind of situation. You guys also got the octopus that came out, but I want to draw one more card because I don't feel like that's where it stands. I don't feel like that's where it ends. I want to see what other card we could draw for you guys, and I want to see what the universe has to further say on this. The elk. Okay, so you guys are going to be encompassing Earth and water energies here moving forward, and look at that. Definitely Earth energy, definitely water energy. You guys got three water cards on your placements, but you guys also got three water cards. I mean, three earth cards in total with the elk, the mouse, and the buffalo. Now the buffalo, it's wise. It doesn't charge forward recklessly. If you think about Taurus, the buffalo, Taurus likes to sit and wait. It has to do a lot with what it deals what it deems worthy and what it's willing to go after. And hold on one second. All right, Gemini. Uh, that was kind of like a couple minutes that I had to work on something, but all right. So with the energy of the frog, we run into the energy of rejuvenation. We run into the energy of healing. Now, this could be a call for you to go to water, a water source of some kind, a river, a stream, a lake, a pond, the ocean, something like that. And I feel that maybe if you go to like an aquarium or a zoo and just see the fluid motion of the octopus and how it moves and how it fits into various different things, I feel like if you take a if you take a second to rest and recover and rejuvenate, which is the message behind the crocodile and the frog, I feel like you guys will have the ability to be as resourceful as magical as the octopus, because the octopus, if you look at it, it can fit itself into some of the most tightest places, and I feel like maybe that's what you're gonna do here in the near future, kind of fit yourself into something, um, fill the entirety of something, or something to that effect. I want to go ahead and read the Buffalo energy. Well, the Buffalo energy is grounded yet heavenly, practically and spiritual. I feel like maybe some of you guys may need to engage in some kind of spiritual practice like meditation, yoga, qigong, or something like that, which will allow you to slowly move and breathe, and to be able to release any of the energy blockages that you guys might have in various different chakras of your energy body. So let's see what else we can find. Okay. So with the energy of the elk, it's stable, resistant, and headstrong. It's like that father type energy. So the great elk represents the earth element in its masculine form. It means it provides underlying support and stability amidst life's many challenges. An elk personality, whether male or female, is fully established in themselves and knows their core values. They become known and respected for acting in ways that uphold those values. Sometimes the elk's ego can become inflated, but for the most part, they make damn good fathers, mothers, lovers, and friends. The world needs more elk energy. So to bring it into balance, eat and drink more consciously. This is actually part of that healing process, guys. What we put into our bodies. Um, I feel like a lot of you Geminis are taking care of yourselves a lot more, being more aware of what goes into your bodies, being more aware of how that affects your communication and the way that you feel. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be healing not just on the physical level. I mean, not just on the mental level, but also on the physical level as well. Um, when you guys have this energy and balance, it'll be supportive, kind, and consistent. But if you guys have it unbalanced, it's pretentious, high and mighty, kind of sits on a high horse, which kind of brings back the horse that was at the bottom of the deck during the first part of this spread, right? So let's go ahead and go to the octopus and the frog energy, right? So here we have the octopus, reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries and direction. I feel like a little bit of you guys might have a lack of direction, so this is what the advice is for, is to help give you guys direction in your life. So the octopus signifies a wonderful perceptive mind, paired with a lack of healthy boundaries. Unfortunately, this results in well-intended but messy relationships. The octopus entwines itself into other people's business, shares their own without restraint. They believe that that's what it means to be close. If you notice that after spending time with someone that you feel drained or uneasy, the essence of the octopus is at play. Begin to establish healthy boundaries. Uh, be patient and firm, yet be a very old. This may be patient and firm, It may be a very old habit for them to change, or an old habit for you to change. I feel like bring yourself into a space uh, to one stuff, uh, or bring space to one stuff and have a clock therapy for yourself. So, this kind of falls in line with the energy of the crocodile. And it talks about going within yourself, having a little meeting with yourself, so to speak, and, to heal from the things that you guys have been going on in the past. I feel like these are big transformations of the mind, and then it's going to filter on over to the body. For some of you guys who have been feeling sick, I feel like some of you guys are going to be healing from these situations, or at least healing to a good degree to where you can finally live life, where you guys can finally have that physical stability that you guys have been looking for. Now, I do feel that with this octopus energy, it brings about a needy, clingy energy, and it lacks courage. And what I was talking about lacking courage with the King of Wands being sideways, I feel like sometimes you guys do have courage, sometimes you guys don't. And when you guys don't, you guys may be reaching for various different things, maybe for various different people in your life. And, it might be making you seem a little bit scared or like you're floundering around. So I want to see, oh, you know what? I got to read the energy of the frog now, just real quick. The frog energy is about clearing, cleansing, and healing, as I had mentioned. The frog and water element are almost inseparable. The frog spends its first month of life entirely within the healing element, and then emerges to rest on land. But no matter how earthly the frog becomes, its need for cleansing and rejuvenation is regular. Frogs tend to become overworked and undernourished, so it's vital that such sensitive creatures practice self-care. And once again, going back to the message of the crocodile. And I feel like I'm repeating myself here, but during the month of September, you guys will have that chance to be able to rest and recover. You guys are going to be needing that because when frog energy is out of balance, it feels depleted and running on empty. But no matter how earthly the frog becomes, its need for cleansing and rejuvenation is regular. Frogs tend to become overworked and undernourished, so it's important, or so it's vital that such sensitive creatures practice self-care. And this card serves as a reminder that the water helps us cleanse, forgive, and release. Time to dive in. Frogs aren't meant to carry a heavy load. And I feel that for you guys aren't meant to be carrying a heavy load as air signs. So it's time to uh, take a step back, recover and rejuvenate, toss everything that doesn't serve you, and, you know, go ahead and pursue everything that does. Because when it's in balance, you guys will have clear energy and an enthusiasm for life, which goes back to that King of Wands energy. So, you know, you can't make this stuff up, guys. I'm pretty sure that the advice will probably say the exact same thing that I've been saying here for the last 38 minutes. And for the life of me, I cannot cut this any shorter than what I do already. I've tried. Nothing works. I've learned that what spirit is going to tell other people is what spirit is going to tell other people. The universe won't make any message any shorter or any longer than what it needs to be. It would put it to precisely what people need to hear in order to to move things along the timeline. You know. So if there's like negative things that come through, don't, or things that like kind of strike a chord within you guys, don't. Ooh, look at that. So I feel like the advice here is, don't be so uh, don't be so guarded. The universe has a lot of different uh, surprises waiting for you around the corner. A new beginning is one. Uh, this could be a new beginning of the mind. Uh, this could be okay. So okay. This is connected uh, to getting rid of certain addictions in your life, right? But this is also messages that are coming in for you guys, which will allow you to kind of bring a situation to a close. Um, this situation may be calling you to compromise a little bit. It may be calling you to just let a certain situation uh, end itself. You know, You guys might be pretty defensive about this situation, especially. Ooh, excuse me. Especially if it's connected to certain addictions that you guys have, right? But whatever the situation is, it's calling you to do one of two things. It's either asking you to try to um, overpower the situation and win, or it's asking you to compromise and you know, where in a sense letting both sides win. You know, letting the situation uh, turn out the way that it's turned out. Let it be the way that it is. You know, it is for what it is what it is, so to speak. And I do feel like maybe you guys have to. Yeah, this is definitely an energy where you guys have to come to terms with a certain situation. You guys have to just basically assimilate it. Don't try to pursue it. Don't try to fight for victory because I feel like the situation is already over. It's just you guys need to assimilate it and move on. You know, there's changes that are going on uh, that are meant to put you into a more stable mood. See, I do feel like there's something that you guys will be losing. This could be a bad habit that you guys will be dropping or losing. This will be uh, this could be something that you guys have been trying to get rid of. And I feel that if you guys don't get rid of it, you guys will have that energy of the Five of Pentacles where you guys will feel like you lost something. But I feel like you guys are, I feel like the loss is coming from the idea that, hmm, I feel like you guys need to come into a certain awareness about various different people. Um, I feel like there's certain time there's times where you guys have to realize that you know, you're not always going to win everything. There are going to be times where you may be a loser in something. There might be situations where you may lose out on something, may lose out on a certain opportunity that maybe you didn't grab a hold of, or maybe you're grabbing a hold of various different things in your life, not being aware of the opportunity that was right in front of you. Maybe the opportunity that you guys were thinking of um, is one of those opportunities that scares you. But I do feel that to whatever extent you guys, um, you guys will be getting over whatever it is that you guys are stuck to, and you guys will be entering a space where you guys will be um, kings, so to speak, where you guys will be in charge of your emotions, where you guys are going to be not just in charge of your emotions, but you guys are also going to be businessmen have the ability to be businessmen because the King of Cups is one of the most he's one of the most knowledgeable when it comes to business because he understands the rhythm of life. He understands the heartbeat of the universe. He understands the heartbeat, the connection between various different people. And like I feel like here in the month of September, things might start going quicker for you. You know, I feel like maybe to some degree you guys might have to think about this situation because this decision may have to be made uh, a lot sooner than expected. Um, I feel like there will be a period of waiting, but this period is not one of those periods where it's necessary to. Uh, it's not going to be one of those periods uh, where things lag on too much. I want to say maybe a week or more uh, from from the date we see uh, this video. You might be pressured to make that decision, but regardless, I do feel that to whatever extent there are certain things that you guys are going to lose. Maybe certain things that are going to drop off, and these things, these addictions, these tethers that you guys have connected to you. I feel like these are the things that are going to be dropping off for you guys. You guys are going to be healing from them. To some extent, you guys we're going to be entering into a space where everything will be stable, where everything will be grounded, and you guys will be emotionally in charge of yourselves. You guys will be emotionally able to fulfill the destinies that you guys have in front of you without being so defensive and stuff like that. I do feel like you guys are going to be a little bit defensive here during the month of September, but overall, I feel like you guys are going to be entering into a space. uh, excuse me. You guys are going to be entering into a space where you guys are going to be getting rid of an old situation, and you guys are going to be moving into a new situation that's going to be much more stable and much more better for you guys. And I do feel like you guys are going to be trying to squeeze yourselves in to to many different crowds because you guys have Chiron in your 11th house. And I do feel that you guys are actively trying to put yourselves into the mix, trying to kind of fit yourself in like an octopus would. And this is helping you guys to come to a certain realization about a lot of various different things. Now, with a lot of your planets going through the 8th house, this is causing a lot of different transformations to go on within you guys. But these transformations may be going on more within the the relationship sector, more so your friends than your significant other or any other relationships. But you guys do have a lot of planets going on through the fourth, so I do feel that a lot of your energy is focused in on family and making sure that family is taken care of. But since you guys have the North Node going through your second house, I do feel like a lot of the energy that you guys have in Cancer is going to be highlighted for the next year or so. Uh, with that, I hope that this message resonated with you guys. I do hope that to whatever extent you guys feel at peace during this month, I do feel that you guys will be cleansing and rejuvenating a lot of different things, tossing off a lot of different things that don't serve you, not just mentally, but also on the physical level. And I feel like you guys are going to be unlocking certain portions of your mind that would allow you to be able to move forward with a renewed sense of passion, and it'll actually turn that energy from the King of Wands in the sideways position into the upwards position where you guys can gain um, a certain enthusiasm and a certain zest for life. And I do feel a lot of changes are going on through you guys' relationships. So if you guys have a lot of different things in Sagittarius, you guys will be having a lot of different things going on within relationships. And here coming up to the Libra, I believe full moon, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, you guys will be having a lot of different situations where you guys will be wanting to have fun with your significant other or having more fun within your relationships. And this could be this healing energy, this stable energy coming in that's going to allow you or facilitate for that energy to take place and for this transformation to occur on the mental and the physical level for you guys. So with that, it brings this reading for the sign of Gemini to a close. Like I said, I try to keep these things short, but they always usually end up being very long. I hope that this information is very helpful for you guys moving into the month of October. And if you guys resonate with this, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, I guess down below, right here, or right here. I can't remember which side it is. And then hit the notification that appears right next to it so that you guys can be notified of the next videos that come through. This energy, by the way, is for your sun and for your rising sign. So if uh, if a lot of the messages in this one don't resonate with you, or if only some of them do, then go ahead and check the video for your rising sign, and that will show more energy. Of course, you are always welcome to book a reading with me. You can see my Facebook page at Tarot and Astrology for All, and you can book a reading there, or you can go ahead and make a comment in the box below. Go ahead and put a comment below, and I will go ahead and respond to you guys and see what we can do with setting you up for a reading. I am doing personal readings, so any of you guys interested, go ahead and message me, and go ahead and put in or book your reading, and we will go ahead and move forward with it afterwards. With that, I leave you guys with good energy, with love and light, and hope that your September turns out to be a very, very positive transformation and one of the more powerful transformations you will be feeling in your life. So, with that, I wish you guys farewell, and I hope that you guys have fun within this month of September. Don't be so nitpicky and nervous. Just go with the flow, heal yourself, observe, and just let this energy go through you and allow you to heal. With that, I bid you farewell, Gemini. This is David with Tarot and Astrology for All, saying goodbye, and I will see you for the next video I put out. With that, farewell.